The 2017 Mercedes-AMG C63 Cabriolet. Mercedes is debuting a ton of AMG products in New York this year, including the GLC 43, E43, and CLA 45. The latest addition to the roster is the new C63 Cabriolet, which follows hot on the heels of the C-Class Cabriolet and C43 Cabriolet that dropped in Geneva earlier this month. The C63 Cab adds the usual high-performance AMG'd bits and pieces, like an aggressive exterior package and an upgraded interior. The biggest news, however, is what's making the go, as this range topper replaces the C43's twin-turbo 3.0-liter V6 with a twin-turbo V8. Buyers can choose between two levels of C63 Cab, the standard version, or the even crazier C63 S. Both are fire-breathing tire shredders with a zeal for velocity, very much in line with the established AMG Go Faster philosophy. But does the open-top design dilute the formula? Updated March 23, 2016, the 2017 Mercedes-AMG C63 was officially revealed in New York. Read on for all the details. Continue reading to learn more about the 2017 Mercedes-AMG C63 Cabriolet. Exterior. Even before its big reveal at the 2016 New York International Auto Show, the C63 Cabriolet's aesthetics weren't really a mystery. The look closely mimics that of the C63 Coupe, exhibiting all the pumped-up character you'd expect from a model at the top of the AMG totem pole. There are massively flared wheels arches, an ultra-wide stance, and gigantic wheels. Funny enough, Mercedes says it had to redesign a lot of the standard Cabriolet's exterior to accommodate the bigger engine and wider track. For example, the wheel arches add 2.5 inches in front and 2.6 inches in the rear, while the aluminum hood adds 2.4 inches of length. There are massively flared wheels arches, an ultra-wide stance, and gigantic wheels. Front and center is the traditional three-pointed star, which is bisected by a twin-blade radiator grille. Below that is a wing bumper, with large side intakes and a front splitter that juts off the chin. The hood bulges with muscular lines leading the eye rearwards. In the flanks are more aggressive side skirts. The doors are frameless, and there's matte chrome trim around the A-pillar. There are standard 10-spoke, 18-inch alloy wheels with a titanium gray finish on the C63, while the C63 S gets 19 inches in a 5-twin-spoke design, also made from a lightweight alloy and finished in titanium gray. Options include forged cross-spoke wheels in matte black, staggered at 19 inches in front and 20 inches in back. In back are slim taillights and a rounded tail. The quad exhaust tips get a chrome-plated finish, and come integrated with a well-defined diffuser. Additional chrome and gloss black are used for trim throughout the exterior, and the trunk lid sports a body-colored lip spoiler. Letting in the fresh air is a multi-layered cloth top, which will be offered in a variety of colors. Interior. Inside, you get the same C-Class layout and feel, but with a heady dose of AMG-ness where appropriate. You also get a few of Cabriolet-friendly features, such as air scarf. Basically, that means seat adjusters on the doors, 3 air vents placed below a freestanding infotainment screen on the center console, and tons of premium materials, leather, microfiber, aluminum, used throughout. The seats are sporty and highly bolstered, the steering wheel has 3 spokes and a flat bottom, and the gauge cluster is unique to the AMG line. Contrast stitching is used as well. You also get a few of Cabriolet-friendly features, such as air scarf, which places heat outlets at neck level to keep you toasty while enjoying the extra headroom. Options include performance seats covered in heat-reflecting Nappa leather. Finally, the cloth top can be opened and closed at speeds up to 31 miles per hour. Drivetrain. There are 2 performance levels to choose from when considering the C63 Cabriolet, the standard model, and the even faster S model. Both come with a twin-turbo 4.0-liter V8 engine, which also happens to be the same powerplant used in the C63 Coupe and AMG GT. Engine features include a flap in the exhaust as standard for more sound when the time is right. There's also an optional performance exhaust that offers flap control with the push of a button. It should also be noted that the two turbos are mounted inside the cylinder bank V, making for a more compact design and quicker spool. Each engine is hand-assembled in a Falterbach by a single technician. The standard model pumps out 469 horsepower at 5,500 revolutions per minute and 479 pound-feet of torque at 1,750 revolutions per minute, while the S gets 503 horsepower at 5,500 revolutions per minute and 516 pound-feet at 1,750 revolutions per minute. Both engine tunes mate to a 7-speed dual-clutch automatic transmission with paddles on the steering wheel. Put the hammer down, and 0 to 60 mph happens in 4.0 seconds in the S, while the non-S is a tenth slower at 4.1 seconds. At the top end, the standard model is electronically limited to 155 miles per hour, while the S is electronically limited at 174 miles per hour. Drivetrain specifications. Chassis and handling. Even with the extra weight that comes with a convertible body style and luxury-laden interior, the C63 Cabriolet should still be mighty quick, as evidenced by its test sessions at the infamous Nürburgring racetrack. Up front is a 4-link suspension setup with model-specific steering knuckles. The rear axle was made specifically for the coupe and cabriolet, and comes with a multi-link suspension and higher negative camber. The wheel bearings were also moved outwards by an inch compared to the sedan. The standard C63 Cab gets a mechanical limited slip differential, while the S gets a more sensitive electronic unit. As you'd expect, there are multiple driving settings for nearly every component of the car. Allowing the driver a multiplicity of options when it comes to finding the right balance between comfort and sportiness. This includes the AMG Ride Control Adaptive Damping, Electronic Stability Control, Electromechanical Speed-Sensitive Steering, and even the dynamic engine mounts. The brakes are drilled 14.2-inch discs on the non-S, while the S gets 15.4-inch discs. Larger 15.8-inch brakes made from ceramic are available for the S, offering shorter stops, less fade, and reduced unsprung weight for better steering response. Both the C63 and C63 S get wheels measuring 9 inches across in front and 10.5 inches across in the rear. The non-S tires are measure at 255/50ths R18 in front, and 285/35ths R18 in the rear. Meanwhile, the C63 S gets tires measured at 255/35ths R19 in front, and 285/30ths R19 in back. Safety. The C63 comes standard with a variety of active and passive safety technology. This includes attention assist, which can detect when the driver is getting drowsy or distracted, and collision prevention, which can help avoid frontal collisions. You'll also find additional safety technologies on the options list. Prices. The AMG C63 Cabriolet will arrive in dealers sometime this fall. There is no official pricing numbers as of this writing, but since the hardtop costs around $65,000, we're thinking the cab will tack on an additional $10,000 for an MSRP of $75,000, give or take a few grand. That would place it right alongside the Bmw M4 Convertible in terms of pricing. If you want the top-spec C63 S, expect to shell out around $90,000. Of course, those numbers are before you start digging into the options list, which will include a variety of packages for more performance, ceramic brakes, sport exhaust, a sportier look, upgraded aero, interior amenities, and additional trim, carbon fiber, glossy black. Competition. Bmw M4 Convertible. Probably the closest rival for the C63 Cabriolet is the Bmw M4 Convertible. Under the hood is a twin-turbo 3.0-liter 6-cylinder engine mated to a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission. Power hits the ground via an active differential, while adaptive suspension keeps it line. The 0 to 62 mph sprint is done in 4.2 seconds. Read the full review here. Audi 5 Rupees Cabriolet. Before settling into the Merc, cross-shoppers will undoubtedly need to take a look at the Audi 5 Rupees Cabriolet. While a bit tamer than the AMG Monster, the 5 Rupees is no slouch, packing a 4.2-liter V8 good for 444 horsepower and 317 pound-feet of torque. Routed through a 7-speed automatic transmission and standard Quattro AWD system, a run to 62 miles per hour takes 4.9 seconds. There's also optional dynamic suspension to help it turn. Read the full review here. Conclusion. It's always amazing to see just how advanced the modern sports convertible has become, and this latest effort from Mercedes is a solid indicator of where the new benchmark is when talking about performance. This is particularly important when you're talking about handling. While extra output can easily make a boatload of straight-line speed, making it turn without the rigidity of a metal roof can be quite tricky. I'm excited to see how this Merc performs when it's put on the track. Love it. Aggressive AMG styling, plenty of power, lots of speed, unlimited headroom. Leave it cloth top is a little low-tech for a Mercedes. Can it hang with the M4 in the corners?
If you liked this video, please share your thoughts in the comments below and don't forget to hit the subscribe button.